You know, events like this put a city on the map. It creates excitement, especially with our international players. They go back to the various parts of the globe and they talk about their experiences. So to have a partner like the city of Cape Town on board with us is a great feather in our cap. I think it's right, number one. I think Cape Town should have a golf tournament, professional golf tournament. I think that, you know, what we do down here in Cape Town puts us on the map as a prime tourist destination.
I think just what we have to offer, we've got the mountain, we've got the sea, and the people. I think that's what's made Cape Town a unique offering as well, and that the fact that we are very responsive to our constituents and we're progressive in our approach to further market the city of Cape Town as an events capital of Africa.
When I travel around the world, people say that if you can win on the Sunshine Tour, you can win anywhere. And young Brandon Stone, it was his first win last year, and I'm pleased to say that he's coming back to defend his title. But he went on from the Lion of Africa Cape Town Open to win our national championship, which is the second oldest national championship in the world. Good things happen from small beginnings, and we're really looking forward to see Brandon come back and defend his title.
It's going to be the first time I'm ever going to defend a tournament in the professional ranks. Obviously Cape Town's an incredible city and Royal Cape is a very fun golf course to play if the weather plays its part, so I'm actually really looking forward to coming back. That was the start of 2 wins out of 3 starts for me. It was the first professional win, and a couple of weeks later I got that SA Open win, which really catapulted the year into the stratosphere, really. But yeah, I'm really excited to go and defend. It's a tournament I've always enjoyed, and hopefully my dad can get his body sorted out and we can have a little bit of a father-son rivalry again. Royal Cape is always a true test, whether the conditions are great or whether it's blowing that little southeaster that really tests your game. There's always those golf courses that you feel like you play well on. Royal Cape is one of those for me. I feel like the golf course really sets up nicely for me. It's there to score on. If you hit some good shots, you can get a round going, which I did last year. So yeah, I think hopefully it can start something a little bit fresh again for me. I'm really looking forward to it.
Time to meet a young man who we trust is going places. Michael Hollick's already made a significant move with his family which shaped his life, gearing him for a golfing future, and he's in control of the road ahead.
I stayed in Joburg until I was about 5, and then we moved here from Dainfern, and yeah, I've been staying at Mount Edgecombe for 22 years now. So yeah, it's been a pleasure having a golf course, you know, on my doorstep. Obviously makes things like practicing easy. You know, I don't have to jump in a car and drive too far to go and practice. You know, I can literally walk across the road, the golf course is there. So from that aspect, definitely makes it a lot easier and of course convenient. But it just gives a nice sort of atmosphere to everything.
Sounds so straightforward, but dedication is necessary.
After school, it was always 9 holes in the afternoon, or chipping around the green with my dad, or you know, joining up with some members who were playing. You know, it was pretty much golf every day, provided I didn't have any other sports on the go. Golf's not like the cool sport to do when you're at school, but you know, now that we're all older and you know, people can appreciate how tough it is. You know, I'm convinced it's the toughest game in the world, as do a lot of people. So yeah, it's a great career to be involved in, but yeah, tougher, very tough.
Meaning second thoughts, a fallback position?
When I finished school, I had aspirations of becoming a professional golfer, and my parents suggested I go and study, so I spent 5 years studying. And yeah, I mean, golf was always a thought, but I never really thought it would happen type of thing, because there was always something else on the cards. And then yeah, when I got my degree and finished studying, then played a year of amateur golf, and then from there it's, you know, it kind of went into the professional stuff. So it was always something I wanted to do, but yeah, until it happened, it was never really something that was, you know, set in stone.
Life as a pro started well in 2012, but it's not all rosy.
I started off my first tournament as a pro with a top 10 in the dimension dart, and I thought this is easy. And yeah, I mean, it progressively gets more difficult, and you know, you go through ups and downs, and you can go through 6 months without making a cut, and then you have one great tournament, and you know, things feel fine. So I think it's just it's a tough lifestyle. You know, you're living out of a bag a lot of the time, you're traveling a lot. That's probably the toughest part of it.
Still, the hopes and aspirations are always there. There's always something to aim for.
The rewards for golf are great, you know. If you look at all the top players, you see what they're all about, and if you're at the top, you know, things are great. Whereas if you're in a working environment with a normal, you know, day-to-day office job, you're kind of capped. At least with golf, if you put in the effort, there's no guaranteed results. I mean, you can work your ass off, and there's no guarantee that anything's going to happen, but you know, there's always that golden pot at the end of the rainbow, and that's what everyone strives for, I think.
One good week may be all it takes for the 29-year-old.
I'd be happy in Europe or America on one of those tours. That is the long-term goal. You know, whether or not we get there, that's a different story. But that is the goal. That's what I want to do. But yeah, there's a lot of hard work, and a lot of things have to go right in order for that to happen.
And he's aware that golf has benefits in itself beyond the prizes.
It is a great game. Even if you don't make it as a professional golfer, it's something that you can use for the rest of your life. You know, it's great for business. You meet unbelievable people. It's a great way to socialize. So yeah, I mean, give it a bash if you can.
Good advice for anyone as Michael Hollick takes his next steps to find the end of his rainbow.
Today we're just having a fun morning with Sunshine Tour and Avis. We're engaging with the Avis customers. So we're randomly picking people to come out and have some fun. We have 2 golf professionals teaching people how to play or putt. And it's just a fun morning.
We're at Avis at Cape Town International today just to interact with some of their clients and some of their customers.
Avis just being a new partner, we just come to basically promote the tour, promote Avis, and just, you know, try to interact with their clients.
Well, to be honest, I came a little bit earlier to get some practice in. But yeah, I've done not too badly against the clients and the customers. But yeah, Al might be struggling behind me. I hope not. But yeah, we're professionals, so we should be winning. Well, Avis is obviously one of our sponsors on the Sunshine Tour, and we've got a great relationship with them. It's always about the sponsors. I mean, we've got a couple, and without them, obviously the tour won't be happening, and some of the events won't be happening. So it's always good to just come out here and help them out as much as they help us out.